So we had this fintech conference, tech and fintech. How many jobs is that going to create for the Paris region?
We want to be the place where the finance of tomorrow is invented. So we're working very much on innovation in finance. We want the green finance, the ethical finance to be raised in France. And we are not competing with London for jobs, but we think that now with the Brexit, lots of Londonian companies will have to relocate some of their jobs in continental Europe. And so we expect, if you really want numbers, because I think you really want numbers. Yes, we think that we already have 3,000 expected jobs that are already announced to be coming to Paris.
But still 3,000 sounds like a very small number. At some point we were saying 20,000 jobs could actually move to a Paris region after Brexit. So we're very far away from that. Who are you talking to at the moment? Which banks, which international companies are you talking to who want to relocate to the Paris region?
The move is slow, but it's significant already. And as you know, we also got the headquarters of the European Bank Agency. So EBA. So it means that investors are interested in the Paris region. They want to move here. They're interested because they see that the environment is politically better, because we have a pro-business President de la République, Emmanuel Macron. We have a pro-business President de la Région. So the environment, the global environment for firms is getting better. And that's a very interesting point that every investor is underlining. I was in Versailles receiving
all these international businesses last week, just before Davos.
And all the CEOs were talking about how Paris has changed towards corporate businesses.
But you're not exactly a Macronist. During the presidential campaign last year, you actually supported the Republican candidate François Fillon. So we had the latest GDP numbers this morning, 1.9% of growth for France last year. Is Macron just lucky?
He's both lucky and bringing more confidence in the economic sector because he has done a little reform, small.
So you are becoming a Macronist?
No, I'm in opposition, but I'm in a fair opposition. I'm not putting all my energy criticizing measures that I think are good, such as flat tax for dividends, for capital gains, for example. But I still think that we need more reforms. More reforms, for example, cutting the expenses of the state in order to lower the tax rate in France, which is still quite high, especially for citizens. So I'm still waiting for some big reforms, unemployment, subsidies reform, pension reform. So there are still lots of reforms to be made in France.
More concretely, you were saying that you met all these CEOs since Brexit. JP Morgan, for example, Jamie Dimon, was saying in Davos last week that he could cut an extra 4,000 jobs in the UK after Brexit. Are you talking to Jamie Dimon?
Yes, he was sitting next to me and to the Prime Minister Edouard Philippe in Versailles for the lunch. So
what did he tell
Jamie Dimon was here. All the big CEOs actually were there, especially bankers. So what we said was that we think the environment in France will improve during the next months, especially with the new regime for what we call impatriates. Impatriates is people working abroad, coming to France to work. And the regime, the tax regime, the social regime is the best one now in continental Europe. And in the region, we have Paris Région Entreprise, Paris Region Enterprise, which is the one-stop shop taking care of all your procedures and helping you, whether it is be it corporate procedures or salaryman procedures, visas, schools, housing, etc. So remember, Choose Paris Region is the website, and the name is Paris Région Enterprise.
We're here in a very historical place. This was the heart of the stock exchange in France until 1987, before the computer. Is Brexit a historical chance for Paris?
Actually, what is good in Paris is that the political risk of changing the tax rates, changing the laws, etc., is now very low. And it's the lowest risk, political risk, in the Western world. We don't have Trump, we don't have Brexit, we don't have a coalition problem like in Germany. So we have a lot of stability. And what firms want is stability and previsibility. And that's what France can give them.
Very quickly, yes or no? Very quickly, yes or no? If in 2022 there is no better choice, would you be a Republican candidate to run against Macron?
I'm not here at the moment. What I want is that we get more jobs in the region, and that we create an environment where finance and firms go together.